My name is Jennifer Pulliam. I am a wife and a mother. I have a 5-year-old son named Blake who's on the autism spectrum. I am currently a preschool teacher for a Head Start program in Las Vegas. I have been teaching preschool for over 10 years. I have experience with many different types of preschool curriculums such as play-based, academic, and now Head Start. My passion for working with children stems from wanting to put others' needs before my own. My main influence was my aunt, who cared for me when I was younger as I didn't spend much time with my mother. My aunt ran a home-based childcare for 12 years out of her home. She always made sure that children in her care were respectful, well-fed, and never bored. I learned a lot of important traits from her, such as being kind and considerate. As mentioned on my DST map, I was a very shy child and was raised mostly by my dad. Thankfully, my aunt is a very outgoing person, and she taught me how to overcome my shyness and have conversations with people when we're out, like at a grocery store. These traits I learned through my aunt help me now to be able to talk to my caregivers or my students. Through this 200 TEL course, I now have a better understanding of my implicit biases. According to readings in Lesson 4, implicit bias is everyone racist, the author states, some psychologists believe that at some level we are aware of our prejudices. I have always been aware that I have prejudices, but once I took the IAT test, it was more apparent to me what my prejudices were. It is important that I understand my biases before entering a classroom environment so that I can treat my students with the respect that they deserve. I am most passionate about creating a safe space for my students to learn. I always make sure to make a personal connection with my students before I expect them to follow directions and complete assignments. I am also passionate about being creative. I will use this passion to create exciting assignments in my classroom that allow my students to express their creativity. The career I chose is to be a kindergarten teacher in a public elementary school system. I chose this particular career because I'm passionate about helping children to reach their full potential. I prefer working with younger children, and I especially love being able to teach children how to read, as English was my favorite subject in school. Alicia Bell, the floor designer in the video Career Evaluations, stated that when she gets up in the morning, she knows she's going to do something she enjoys, and it motivates her. I wake up every morning knowing that I'm going to make a difference in my students' lives. I currently work with low-income families and children with special needs. For this reason, I am planning on obtaining my master's degree in special education. I still desire to work with younger children with special needs, and I'm also looking forward to specifically working with children on the autism spectrum. My interests tied to my career because I enjoy being creative and making gifts for others. I have a need to give to others. I will be able to implement this need into my teaching career by giving my students the attention and positive encouragement they need to be successful in school and beyond. I hope that the impact my teaching career has on my local community is that I can help to close the achievement gap. Las Vegas ranks 50th in the nation for public schools. For this reason, I need to communicate with my local community partners and help my families to find resources for families that might be struggling with finances or not being able to help their children with homework due to a language barrier. As for what I need to reach my goal, one of the most important resources I will continue to use after this course is over is the Continuing Professional Development Plan. This way I can consistently reevaluate my wants and needs for my career based on my future goals. In our readings from Lesson 5, it was stated that the common denominator for the Continuing Professional Development Plan concerns practices aimed at employees' development beyond that derived from their initial training. I will continue to attend school at a postgraduate level once I obtain my BA. I am currently beginning to take more courses per semester to ensure that I can reach my goal of obtaining my BA by the end of 2021. Once I graduate with my BA, I'll be applying for a student teaching program and studying to pass my state-required exams like the Praxis. I also need to continue my education on a personal level by learning another language such as Spanish so I can better assist the dual language learners in my classroom. Where I expect to be in 3 years is that I plan on having graduated with my BA degree and will be working in a public school as a teacher. I will hopefully have passed the state exams and attained my teaching license by this time. I'll be working on becoming established at a school with a specific grade level, hopefully with kindergartners. I also will begin pursuing my personal goal of learning Spanish in a classroom environment. In 5 years, I plan to be working on my master's degree in special education, focusing specifically on children with autism. I will find ways to volunteer working with children with special needs so that I can gain more experience in this particular field. I also would like to begin volunteering at homeless shelters or other community partners that need help, such as 3 Square, who provides foods to families in need. In 10 years, I hope to be completely established in a special needs program. There is a program called Kids here in Las Vegas that works only with young children on the autism spectrum. I hope to be working in this program if it still exists in 10 years. I know that I have the patience and creativity to work with this group of children. I look forward to what path my professional and personal career takes in the next 10 years. Thank you for listening to my video.